You seen Joe or talked to him?
I'm gonna send him this video.
Huh?
I'll send him this video.
Oh.
I just texted him. I let him know that everything's.
Oh.
I let him know that everybody's moving out.
Hmm.
So what are you gonna do?
Do what, bud?
What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Nothing. Until I find something that I can do. Right now I'm busy in the cranberry merchant trying to stay put because I'm living in the streets.
Why can't you go back to the house?
Yeah. The police carried me back to the house one time, but I didn't go in.
That's not right. I mean, it's your house.
No, it was. When you deed something to somebody and you go through the title company, that it ain't yours no more.
Yeah, but it's your family though. They should let you live there.
Huh?
It's your family. They should let you stay there.
Well, again, it depends. I found out later this guy beat his daddy up. When his daddy was sick one time, he beat him up.
Yeah.
Beat his brother up. He told me he's gonna beat me up. I said, come on, let's give it a try. But he didn't do it.
What about your daughter?
Huh?
What about your daughter? Can't you stay with her?
How about the what?
Your girl. Don't you have a daughter?
My daughter?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her either.
Don't she stay out here in Dallas?
I have not seen her.
Maybe you can stay with her.
I haven't gone up. The last time I saw her was about a year and a half ago.
She's a nurse.
Yeah.
She's the one who works as a nurse, right?
So I'm flying. My family won't have nothing to do with me. None of them.
Why?
No.
It doesn't make
Talking
sense.
about my brothers. Well, they're all dead now. I'm the last one.
Yeah.
I've got one sister that's still alive. She's older than I am. But other than that, I don't have anybody. All the kids, I don't really know them that well. So, The only one I've got left is my brother's widow, the oldest, Ted Jr. And I asked her if I could park my car in her driveway a couple of nights. No.
Why?
Yeah, she said no. I built the fucking house for them. Paid for it, you know.
Yeah.
They built it.
This is out here in by your house?
No, in Oak Cliff.
Oak
That
Cliff.
was my brother, my oldest brother. He passed away about 10, 12 years ago.
It's a house that you built.
I built it for them. I built it in 1970.
Wow.
Up until then, he'd been living in the projects. I built the house for him.
Why don't you try to get into some senior housing or something? Why don't you try to get into some senior housing? See if the city can help you find a place.
Now, the police they spotted my ass out in the parking lot. They wanted to know what the fuck I was doing in the parking lot at 85 years old.
Out here? Here?
No, on Buckner and Bruton.
Oh.
I told them, they're kicked out of the house.
And what'd they say?
Because I don't qualify for nothing.
Why?
I don't qualify for anything. None of the senior help or any of that shit.
Why not?
I did too much. I was making $13 too much Social Security to qualify for anything.
It don't make sense. They should be able to.
Don't make sense to me.
They should be able to find you some housing where.
I found out now I talked to a counselor, a friend of mine that's a counselor, or was, he retired this year. But he told me that like a file, and it would be the same as abuse, you know,
Elder abuse.
abuse of the elderly, but they would arrest him and my niece.
Fine. Do it.
So that's running through my head now.
Yeah.
I haven't applied for that because of that. I have turned him into the police department, you know, when he first threatened me.
Yeah.
But I did that just to more or less, if I did do something to him, then it would be more easier to prove self-defense than it would, you know, otherwise.
How old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
I imagine he's probably in his 50s.
So where are you gonna sleep tonight? Where are you gonna sleep tonight?
In my car, I imagine.
Where? Where are you gonna go?
Last night I stayed at a lady I know in her driveway, but I didn't sleep that well. I didn't sleep period actually. So I got up and went to the storeroom. I'm cleaning out my storeroom.
Yeah.
I had to rent one in a hurry, but it's $143 a month. And I found out that I've got a friend that's got a connection to another group of storage places,
Yeah.
and they're giving me one for free.
Free storage.
Huh?
Free storage. That's
Yeah,
good.
For storage.
Yeah.
So I'm moving the stuff out of the other one into this one. It's not, you know, because of the free one. So I'll be out Tuesday. I'll have everything out of it.
Well, let me know if you need help. I got a van.
Do what?
I got a van.
Huh?
If you need help, let me know.
Yeah.
You got my number, right?
Yeah. Free.
You got my phone number, right?
Huh?
You have my phone number.
Yeah.
I can help you because I got a
have
van.
One like that. You know, I got just a regular little phone.
No, but I got a van. I can help you move.
Huh?
I have a van. I can help you move.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You just call me. Let me know. Oh, that's a flip phone.
I'm old. I carry the flips.
You got all your numbers stored on that? You got your daughter's phone number
Right.
stored?
I
In
don't
case
even have the internet on this one. I don't
Yeah,
use it.
you don't need
It's
internet.
got it, but I don't use it.
Yeah, you don't need internet.
I don't want to pay for it.
Man, everyone's leaving here. It's all empty.
Well, this is going to be interesting what happens to this place.
That's gonna turn to shit. I mean, nobody's gonna pay $500 a month for a booth. That's crazy.
I'm leaving a little legacy for him,
Yeah.
for the new owner.
What? Sounds like they're just driving everyone out, and he's gonna do something else.
His, what happened when he first bought the place, and he heard about me, they thought, you know, he wanted to meet me. He had sent word that he wanted to come to see me, you know, and talk to me, meet me, because I look like such a nice man. To each his own. But he called his monks, and 3 of them came in to check the place out for him, and they found 3 spirits in the back. They said, well, I knew they were there because I had calmed them down.
3 spirits.
Huh?
3 spirits.
Yeah.
From where?
In the back.
No, but where were they from?
Well, 1 Japanese, 2 Anglo, and one of the Anglos was angry, but wasn't doing anything. The reason I went back there and calmed them down was because they were after Luis, dropping stuff on his head, you know, tripping him and all this kind of stuff back there. That ain't for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's why I always.
So I went back there and calmed them down for him, and it didn't have any more trouble.
There's a lot
they,
of.
they thought that the Japanese lady was Makiko, but she's not. Makiko's not here
Yeah.
at all.
Wonder where Makiko went.
But anyway, his 3 months found him and told him about it. Then he called the chief monk, whoever was in charge of him, and he came to look at me, to check me out.
Uh-huh.
And the monk told him that my stuff was too powerful, there was nothing they could do with it.
The stuff in your store was too powerful.
Yeah. So he got scared.
Too powerful for what?
Huh?
Too powerful for what? I mean,
My magic, what I do.
so he called a head Buddhist monk?
Hey, you'd be surprised. I do a lot of shit, son. A lot of stuff.
These are like a Buddhist monk?
Huh?
A Buddhist monk?
That's his
Oh.
He's Vietnamese.
Yeah,
He got a bunch of place.
yeah. I thought he was Korean.
But see, I guess in 1999 I did some work for a couple of Buddha monks myself.
Yeah.
They had some problems
Uh-huh.
in Indonesia.
In Indonesia?
And I did some work for them too. A lady that, when we had the La Plaza,
Uh-huh.
I did some work for them. In 2 weeks we had it cleared up for monks. I've done work for priests, for monks, for ministers.
What kind of work?
Huh?
What kind of work?
All kinds of work, son. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The first thing I did, I was 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
There was a guy that lived across the street. There was a big family. Their last name was Delgado. And this was like when I was 8 years old. They had a contract with Safeway grocery stores, picking up their trash and stuff. You know, this was before the dumpsters and all this kind of crap. So anyway, he was molesting the boys, some of the little kids, little boys. But back then, they kind of turned their head when somebody said something like that. The police didn't bother them.
Yeah.
They were pulling it out of the house, and they had some old army trucks that they used. And they were pulling it out of the yard, and there was about 6 or 7 of us in the front yard in my house. And the guy looked at one of the kids and said, "I'm going to get you when I get home." Said, "You've been running away from me, but I'm going to catch you today." And I looked up at him, I looked at him and I told him, I said, "You got to get home first." It just popped out of my head.
Yeah.
And of course, he had 2 brothers in the back of the truck with him, and they all were laughing. 15 minutes later, he was dead.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Wow.
The truck hit a dip, flipped him out over the gate, and he landed on his head. They moved out.
Uh-huh.
In 2 days, they were gone, man. They lived in 2 houses. They were gone.
This is here in Dallas.
Huh?
In here in Dallas? Oak Cliff?
Yeah, up in Dallas on McKinnon.
McKinnon?
Where McKinnon is now, that's where we used to live when I was a kid.
Well, you're born and raised in Dallas.
But my grandmother told me when I was like 5 years old that I was born a lie, that I'd forever be a lie, but I was different than all the other kids. That I had to be careful what I did. And I guess she knew what she was talking about. That's my daddy's mother said that. My father was married to the first wife. He had 5 children with her. 4 with my mother. I was the oldest on mother's side. And out of the 9, I was the only one born in the house. I was born in my grandmother's house on Pearl Street, Ross and Pearl.
Ross and Pearl?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Right
It's
across.
downtown.
Right across from the cathedral.
Yeah.
Right behind the Bealo Mansion. It's
Yeah.
right there on the corner. My grandmother's had a 2-story boarding house right behind
So
it.
now that's all high rises now,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's all downtown area. Ross and Pearl.
Yeah, that's where I was born.
Oh. What year?
But I was the only one born in the house.
What year?
Huh?
What year?
The what?
What year was it?
What?
The
What?
year. What year?
What street?
Year. What year?
Huh?
19,
Oh, Pearl.
1930?
Yeah,
19,
Pearl and Ross.
no, but what year? 1930? 1920?
When?
When? Yeah.
1934.
Oh, 1934.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, see, my birth wasn't registered in 1935. August the 1st, 1934. So
Yeah.
August the 1st, 1935. That's what I think that's what my grandmother meant by I was born alive. Because it was withheld a year.
Before they had got
I
your
think
birth
it had
certificate.
something to do with my daddy and my mama fucking around. And she got pregnant while he was still married.
Oh.
I'm sure that's what happened. See, my mother was French,
Uh-huh.
and all the others were Mexican.
What was your mother's name?
Huh?
What was your mother's name?
The what?
Name. What was her name?
Yeah.
What was she called? Her name.
The what?
What was your mother's name? Your mother's name.
Barbershop? Or what?
Her name? What was your mom's name?
I didn't understand. I didn't get that one. I didn't get that.
What was her name? I can write it down.
Hmm?
What was your mom's name?
The what?
The name. What was your mom's name? Name. What was your mother's name?
Still a
You write it down. You got a pencil? You got a piece of paper? It's easier if I write it down. Can I write here?
Yeah,
It's okay?
let's go to the trash too. Write anything you want on it.
Mother's name. What was her name?
Oh, Jermaine Revol. R-E-V-O-L.
Can you spell it?
Oh.
Then I can. Jermaine Revol.
Her mother's name was Edwige. Fuck, I don't even know how to spell that. Edwige Moran. And her father's name was Placide Revol.
Okay.
They came from Canada. They came from Canada to San Salvador, and then into New Orleans, and then in Louisiana. All of them were born in New Orleans. And
you were born.
They were there for like almost 300 years in Louisiana.
You were born.
So they ain't no telling what the fuck it was.
You were born August 1st, 1934.
Yeah.
And your name was Phil Gonzalez. That was your name?
That's what my grandmother said, that I was born in 1934. And my birth was withheld until 35.
Can you write your name? Write your name? Phil? Phil, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And then last name is what? Gonzalez?
But see, but I had a Spanish name.
Uh-huh. Felipe. And the last name?
That's Spanish.
Yes. And the last name?
Philip.
The last name.
Yeah. My last name Rodriguez. R-O-D-R-I-G-E-Z.
Oh, Rodriguez. This is good history. It's good history.
Yeah.
You're telling a lot of stuff that happened about.
Well, see, my mother was a liar.
Your mom was a liar.
My mother, yeah, stone. She cost me a lot of fucking money.
She cost you a lot of money.
No, man, I mean, she really, when she passed away,
Uh-huh.
well, the first thing she did, I did in 1952 or 3, I had a couple of records,
Uh-huh.
and I opened an account at a Guarantee Bank, the government bank.
Uh-huh.
You put so much money in it for 25 years, and you'd come up with $1 million.
Uh-huh.
I put my mother on the account in 1968 or 69. I was working on the house and I broke a commode.
Uh-huh.
So I needed one. Well, I didn't have enough change in my pocket to buy one, so I was close to where mother was to the bank, but my mother had the bank book.
Mm-hmm.
So I called my mother and I said, I need the bank book. What do you need it for? I said, well, I broke a commode. I need to go buy a commode to put in this house,
Mm-hmm.
How much you need? I said, oh, about $70, $80 or something like that. Well, the bank book's in my apartment. I had a key to her apartment, so I went and I couldn't find the book. So I called her, and she was at work. She said, well, it's there somewhere. Well, why don't you come and get, I'll just give you $100, I said, okay. So I went by there and got it. And anyway, 2 or 3 weeks later, I was at the country club pharmacy having a cup of coffee. The banker walked in. Hi, Phil. I said, how you doing? I said, hey. I said, you taking good care of my money? And he kind of looked at me a little funny. He said, why don't you come by if you got time? Let's talk about your account. Okay. But there wasn't enough money in there to buy a commode.
What?
She had spent all of it.
On what?
Uh-huh.
On what?
Damn fine.
And this was still on Pearl Street.
Yeah.
What was the address?
Well, look, when she passed away, my brother, the one younger than me, passed away from lung cancer, but he had a rare type of cancer.
Uh-huh.
The government was using experimental drugs, and they would cover everything, all the charges on him. But since mother was the guardian, and all I was doing was just transporting him back and forth, they gave me a little stack of papers that said, if your mother will sign these, the government will pay for everything. Being aside, it's experimental.
Yeah.
Okay. I called mother. She said, oh, yeah, I'll take care of that. Really. So I took the papers to her. You want me to do it? Oh, yeah, I took care of it. I had to hire a guy to live with her. I picked one of her ex-husbands. Was a pretty good old boy. He was running a catfish farm in East Texas when I found him. So I bought him a fucking Oldsmobile to come to Dallas to take care of mother and my brother.
Yeah.
When she passed away, okay?
Yeah.
When she passed away, my other brother and sister from Atlanta came to Dallas. Mother had 5 insurance policies, and she also had 5 bank accounts. Okay?
Mm.
There was $65,000 in the banks.
Wow.
For each one of us.
Wow.
I took the insurance policies and gave them the money in the bank.
Mm.
When I took the insurance policies to a friend of mine, ran the agency, and he called me a couple of weeks later and said, Phil, I got some bad news for you. What? All these policies are worth $112. All of them. Your mother lied 17 years on the damn of her age. I sent AW to Social Security to stop the payments.
Yeah.
I turned out having to pay them $23,000.
You had to pay them $23,000.
Yeah. Because I was on their bank account.
What was the address? What was the address on Pearl Street? Were you born in? The house you were born in?
I don't know. I don't have the address.
You don't remember?
Uh-uh.
I'm curious to see where it
it's,
was.
It's on my birth certificate, but I don't have
It was on Pearl and Ross.
Yeah. It was just 2 doors down from Ross Avenue. It's right behind the Bealo Mansion is where it was. It's not there now, but
The Beetle Mansion.
yeah. See, let me show you.
Here. Oh, he's drawing it.
Here's the church here. And here's the Bealo Mansion. And right here was my grandmother's house.
Oh, you're right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
This would be east. This is the west. And this is north. And this is south.
All right. It's an interesting bit of history. That's why I'm recording this.
Yeah.
I'm recording this. I'm going to put it on YouTube. It's a good history. There's a lot of history.
Do it.
There's a lot of history.
Yeah.
History there. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oops, sorry. So all this is gonna change. It's all going away. Can I take these pages?
Yeah.
Can I take this? I'll just. You don't need this stuff here?
Yeah, take it off.
You don't need it?
Yeah, I will use that. That's been gone and done a long time ago.
Oh, thank you. So you're gonna call? Do you need to call social services or something about getting
Oh
a
shit!
place?
I've called all of them, man. I
Yeah.
haven't. Most of the time, I'm $13 over the limit.
That doesn't make sense. $13 over.
The main reason that I haven't done really a whole lot is the fact is if I go that route, it can be called abuse of the elderly.
Yeah, and it sounds like it is.
But you know, with the threatening that the boy has done, they would arrest him. But that also takes my niece. That's exactly where I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of the streets.
Yeah. You shouldn't be on the streets. It's your house.
Yeah.
Let me give you my.
Cause see, I deeded the house to him. I mean, it's, you know, we went to the title company and all that, took care of that. I deeded the, cause I lived there 40 years altogether.
Why'd you give them the house?
Well, I gave it to them so they'd come in. But I leased the house for years from Morgan until his wife caught him with screwing an old girl. And she divorced him and she got all the houses.
Here's my number if you need to call me.
Oh, okay.
If you need help with anything, I got a van. I can help you move.
But anyhow, I'm gonna do a little bit more. But I haven't really qualified for anything. And what I have found in the senior apartments, I can't afford. The last time, a friend of mine, Joe, he was living in a senior deal, and he was a retired veteran too.
Yeah.
They moved him out of he was living close to Baylor Hospital. He had problems.
Uh-huh.
It was costing him $2,500 a month for an apartment.
That's too much.
I know, but that's what he paid. He was single.
Does that include a nurse or something? Probably included a nurse.
The cheapest I've found so far in the senior was $750 for
Yeah.
efficiency.
Yeah.
I can't afford it. Cannot afford it.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
I just gross like a little over $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
But after they take out Medicare and all that, it just brings it back down to about $1,380.
So rent a room.
Huh?
Rent a room somewhere.
They ain't cheap either if you can find one. That's what I'm looking for.
You can rent a room for like $300.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Write your phone number down here. I'll see if I can find something for you.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of rooms for rent in the Dallas area. (214-780-9994). Okay. I'll see if I find anything for you. But it'll be hard to get a hold of you.
Well, I'm going to put your number in my phone. So I don't answer if there's so much robocalls and shit of that nature. I don't answer if I don't recognize the number.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put your name and number in my phone. So
All
if
right.
you do call, it'll show Anthony,
You call me anytime.
and I answer it. Huh?
You call me anytime.
Yeah.
You can call me. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where you're going to be staying, so if it's not going to be here, you got to let me know where you are.
Yeah. I'm free-wheeling, so.
Yeah.
But it gets cold, baby.
Now you got to find a place before winter.
It gets cold.